Good morning, good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade. Shorting small caps is very, very high risk. So I haven't taken any trades today. Oops, let me turn down the YouTube scanner. Anyways, I haven't taken any trades today. I'm just coming to the market fresh, and I'm gonna be a little cautious today, to be honest, because my ended up green yesterday, but free market was kind of wild, so I'm going to be a little cautious today about what I take. Feels like things are heating up a little bit. Do I need to turn up the volume? Or did I turn up the volume? But anyways, outside of I mean, there's not really, it didn't look like we got 7 a.m. pops today, so getting a little bit of a retest here. Might be worth a shot, to be honest, but um play $5 retest. You can have it. Might get a play quick. Can I get locates? Watching it to see where it goes. I'm not chasing though. It needs to get to at least probably 490 for me to play it. All right. I'm gonna play the retest. I'm in it. 490. We'll add more at 5 and a little more up to probably like 510. Thanks, J Money. Like, yeah, very, yeah, definitely dangerous. But have you seen my stream before? So, anyways, in NYSE, just playing this retest. Uh, right here at 5. Like I said, might take another stab. If it flashes up above 5, I got a pretty good entry, 490, or I think it was. Let's see, time will tell. If it flashes above 5, I'll stab it again. Um, but as of right now, I want to see if it drops a little bit. I really wanted to see if it would make a flush down a little more than this. But see the top of these? If it gets to probably 450s, I'll probably take um, everything off the table, if not most, because it's kind of the top of these is like 540 to 550. And I'm about 20 cent in the money now, but again, with the setup, I would like to see it at least drop to maybe the low 450s and then take profit there without jumping out too quick. Going back for a retest to see what happens. And I would not be surprised if it breaks, but I do like retest because you kind of know where to when it gets invalidated. So seeing a lot of comments saying that we think MYSC is going to fly, and it might. I'm not saying it's not by playing it here. I just want to see if there's a little bit of a rejection. So we're above 5, so here we go. We'll see what this candle does, and then it. All right, I'm gonna stop out. Yeah, I'm out. So luckily I was only in 500 shares, but still decent little hit on it. So let's see what it does. If it gets a little too extended here, I might play it as well. But as of right now, I'm probably just going to leave it alone. $5.93, next level. I don't know if this is one I'm gonna probably no, yeah. I don't know if this is one I'm gonna probably like keep averaging up on, but that level might be worth a shot because it's just so extended right now. I might try it one more time right here. Scaling in a little 570. So we'll try it again here. Glad I didn't decide to stab it. And then if we get close to 6, I'm gonna try it one more time. So only 500 shares since it's kind of a spooky one. But yeah, yesterday was a lot of red, green in pre-market. Intraday I didn't trade that much, but basically green on the day. I don't know if I had any red trades. I just didn't take very many. I was more just wanted to watch the market because it's been so funky. And then after hours was nice. I don't know if a lot of y'all YouTube stream subscribers that are not in Discord, if y'all play after hours much, but yesterday everything was flushing, so it was nice. Caught a massive round trip on MAMO. Like, look at this from after hours. Beauty. So let's see what pre-market brings us. So again, I took an entry, a small entry, 572, 500 shares. We'll add at 6, maybe another 500. Again, it depends on price action, just like this one. This one busted through 5 too strong, and I decided not to add. So we'll see what it does at 6. And if we get similar price action like that, I'll probably cut and leave it alone because top gainers are sometimes a double-edged sword. I like them, but they can be dangerous. I avoided bird yesterday uh, for a similar reason. So if this continues to prove a lot of strength. Here we go. So let me watch, see what it does. Yeah, I'm out. Frost in it. All good. I mean, it was only 500 shares each time, so it was worth the shot for me. So let's see what it does, because there's going to be a point where it's a little too overextended. I wonder where that's going to be at, though. Fell back below 6. Let me see. Let me see. Show the 1 minute looks like. So it's going to be patient today now. Wanting to slam NYSE. Yeah, I'm leaving it alone. It keeps swishing. So all good. We'll find us another play. Or once it looks like it's maybe topping out or something. But yeah, everything after hours except for this one. But it even gave back a few times at key levels. But it's definitely showing some strength now. Dang. Now let's see, this might be actually be the level that it flushes some. I love this candle. But I'm just gonna keep an eye on it right here. Like, actually, I'm gonna hit it one more time right here. 589. Then if we get back and hold above 6, I'll be done with this ticker. Try to max myself to like at least 3 times losing on the same ticker. And then I got to move on. Not like a hard set rule, but if it takes more money from me more than 3 times, I start taking it personal. But yeah, we saw some crazy plays yesterday, though. And things are holding pretty strong. Bird was wild. It blew up half of the X short sellers, it looked like, if not more. It seemed like everyone got kind of caught up in that one. These top gainers, as the market heats up, they're going to be a little spooky. We'll probably stay away from them. There we go. So at least let's see what it does here at the 9. Probably going to bounce. It's been honoring it, but let's just see. I'm still in it. Again, could it keep pushing? Yes, anything can happen with these tickers. And that's probably what is going to happen. This is what it's been doing, going higher, higher, and higher. But again, I'm keeping my losses at bay, not letting it run hard against me. So I'm going to see if it tries to return back to 5 or a little below the 9. It's probably not the one to do it with since it's showing strength, but I got a pretty good entry and I'm going to stop out tight over 6. So let's see. But again, 500 shares, guys. Y'all know I do my sizing based on conviction. So this one is small. Speaking of sizing conviction, MAMO, got to like 6 or 7 thousand shares on this one, and actually held my last shares to 115. Y'all know on pre-market I don't hold a lot, but when they fall this quick, I don't mind. Um, NYSE back above 6. I'm gonna hit it one time right here. And then again, if it holds over 6, I'm done. So now I'm up to 800 shares. Still small, still not very big. I'm gonna see what holds up. Does this level hold up or the 9 hold up? Because that's what's gonna, actually I might trim some a little here, 570s. So I trimmed those 300 I just added for a small win. And then let's see what happens. And again, as markets get hot, levels hold up less and less. In weak markets, weak levels hold, and in strong markets, strong levels don't always hold. So it's a lot of I think a lot of people that's been following are relatively new. I mean, I haven't even been live very long, but haven't went through like a full, market heat up, and it usually happens around this time to summer. It's when small caps kind of heat up, and we're going to have this PDT catalyst too, so it might get wild here. So that's why I was practicing a little bit more patience intraday yesterday. I think I only took 2 trades, waited for nice setups, and they played out nice. Um, and less focused on these top gainers like I'm playing right now. But I want to see if it makes a little bit more of a move down. If we get back to 550 though, I might cover some more. But this is, a scalp. This isn't, I'm not trying to round trip this one. Trimmed a little here in the 560s. Next trim will be a little in the 550s. Here we go. Trim 550s here. Now we're trimming some here in the 540s. So I only have 100 shares left. It's kind of what I wanted the retest to look like, but it obviously wanted to break a new high instead. All right, and I'm out. So got my last exit, 556. So still a little red on the morning, but barely. So that was good. So adding a little bit more size at 6 and then catching a bigger move than I kept my stops really tight, so that helped, but just barely red on the morning, which is still not ideal, but whatever. So let's see what else hits the scanner here soon. I see a lot of stocks respecting the 1 minute 9. Yeah, especially the ones that are moving up quick, because that tells the story itself. If you're respecting the 1 minute 9, that means that you're going up pretty fast. And again, I think that's almost another like hot market theme, because in slower markets, if they're not moving up as quick, it's usually the 5 is obviously delayed. The Discord's going ham. Let me mute this or see what's J Money, is that you with memes? No. Oh, good. No, it's good conversation. Even though J Money, your memes are top notch, so. Oh, you haven't posted a meme since 7:05. Look at that, 20 minutes. I thought it was you. Kind of interested if we're about to go in a downtrend on it. Am I going to be crazy enough to enter here, see if it keeps going down? I'm going to do it. Tight stop. I want to see if it walks down. See if the 9 walks it down. Should I be more scared of this one? Probably, but I've been shorting small caps for, y'all know, a minute. Like, I'm dead inside. I've seen some crazy things. This is looking like it's about to break over the 9 here. So if we get over 580, I'm just going to stop out of these. Only going to risk about 10 cents on it. Locked in. But got to stop at 583 set. So it's going to trigger on it by itself. Because it makes strong moves. So luckily the other ones I stopped out pretty quick. So wasn't too bad, but if it breaks through here and tries to push again, it could be a strong move. So stop set at 583, just seeing if it walks down here. Just trying to bust back above the 9. Let's see if not anything at 9 or 730 steals attention though. And again, the key to me with playing these is just you got to have a tight stop. Like, you know, like some of these losses I saw from yesterday, and I know the size, their typical wins size, like on X, it was pretty crazy. Um, how like some of these guys let that bird just like wipe out a ton of capital. And again, I used to do that all the time, and I will do it again in the future. But with these really high risk plays, I try to keep my stops pretty tight on them. Somebody is going to probably appreciate this, but Trade, you remember how we had those conversations about none of my stops ever not work in pre-market? This one didn't work. I'm still in it. And it definitely went over 580. Okay, it triggered that time, but that was weird. Hitting it one more time here. I like that candle. See if it fails. And then that'll probably be my last time. On the 5 minute, oh, nice, nice. Um, the 5 minute I really like. Look at these like wicking up pattern and it can't hold. So let's get a decent PR now. We might get a little bit of a flush. So stopped out, lost about 15 cents on that last stop. Just got back in right as it was breaking back under 6. So I got in at 598. And this might be my last time playing it though. Let's see. So in at 598, 500 shares is what I keep playing. But again, keeping my stops tight. Let's see what kind of PRs came out. Oh. Well, Arcadia Trader, I've never had any issues, but it didn't trigger the first time it got over 580 just then. It did trigger like the second or third time it did. So I don't really know what that's about. a stop limit. I never have issues with those stop limit orders either. This was the first time. And maybe TradeZero didn't read it over 583. I don't know, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, make sure, again, not financial advice, educational purposes only, but when you set up a stop limit, make sure that you give yourself a big enough gap between the stop price and the limit price, um, so you'll get filled. Especially in pre-market, they can move quick. Like the slippage you allow. No one likes slippage, but slippage is better than not getting a fill and you come back to the position and it's, $1 higher, $2 higher. So yeah, basically, if we hold over this wick, since we're getting this kind of wicking lower high on 5 minute, lower high 5 minute, there we go. I'm in the green now on this play, but I'm still holding. Uh, but yeah, so if it gets over 614, I'm gonna stop out though. Again, being a little, probably holding it a little bit too long here, but I want to see it make a little bit more of a move down. I might end up regretting that, but did we not get any attention stolen at 7:30? CAPS. Oh my goodness. Let me look at this one. I gotta keep an eye on. Oh gosh, caps is. Oh, it's revenue. Let's see. 4x EBITDA growth. I don't really like. This move is excessive, but I don't really like earnings plays. But I like that this is happening, so I'm just gonna see if it steals a little bit of attention from MYSE. And I said I'm green. If I was to close right now and realize these gains, I would be green on the session, but barely. And that's not my goal, is to barely be green in the session. So I'm going to hold it, see if it drops a little bit more. I hope CP. Oh, yes, it's pushing. But where's it? We're at the 200 now. Let me get some locates real quick. And it's aligning with the 9. Let's see. Okay, I got my locates waiting since it just pushed over it. So, trying it here at 101. So I got to order at 101. I got to get both these pulled up. So holds over 105. I'm just going to stop out. I'm only in 1,000 shares, so I'm only going to risk about like 5 cents. So if we can hold over 105, I'm going to stop out. I would like to add more, but I'm going to hold off for right now. So if we hold over 105, I'm probably going to stop. MYSE, let's go. Trimming here in a little in the 540s. Again, only 500 shares, so I played it small because it is a little bit high risk. And we're breaking a new low here, so I'm gonna try to hold 530s, trimming a little, cutting caps. I'm out of caps. Got out at 511. Risk ended up 10 cents, so lost $100. Not in the world. MYSE's dropping. Trim some in the 5 teens, and I'm only in 100 shares, so I'm gonna just close them here at 509 if it gets filled. And it got filled, so I'm out. So cool. This is a good example of money rotation, guys. Good example of money rotation. So yeah, lost 10 cents on caps. I wanted to get out a little bit closer to 105, but I ended up getting out at 111, which is still, I mean, kept it at bay. But at least MYSC gave back. And caps, I'm probably going to ignore to be honest. It blew through the 200 too easy, and again, I don't like earnings plays just because I'm not on the earnings call. I don't know everything that's being said or what BS is being spewed. You know what I mean? Like, what are they pumping right now? Um, uh, Financial data like this, it can be interpreted. It's just more complex. Let's just say that. In these pre-market live streams, I'm not really trying to dig into financial results and how the market interprets it. I'd rather just trade like weak headlines and things like that. So I'm probably going to pass on it unless it gets like really extended or some or a super strong level. But I don't really see any levels that just look absolutely amazing. So I'll probably pass for now. Appreciate it. NYSC, great trade. Now it started off a little rough, but again, it's tried to keep the stops tight on these higher risk plays, but easier said than done sometimes. Did I bottom ticket? I think I might have, didn't I? Let's go. I wanted, J Money. I wanted to get out in the single digits. I was be a man, hold it all the way to five. Like, don't get out of here at 513. And the funny thing was, it was just the last 100 shares. So whether I get out at 509 or 513 is the matter of what $4 or something. Oh yeah, I I that is. I'm surprised I actually held it that long then, because the SMA was actually probably around that same spot too. And just trading called that too earlier. He said the 5 minute nine probably be a good spot to get out. It's bouncing hard though. But again, I'm green on it now. Do I want to play it again? Yes, of course I do. I'm a trader and it's an overextended play, but probably not gonna mess with it anymore unless it gets to six and we see a similar. The reason why I jumped back in here is because it pushed up, and then whenever I saw it was about to fail six again, I hit it at 598. So unless it gets back to this six range, I'm probably not going to mess with it. But it could be one of these plays where every pop is a short back to $5, but it's just not worth it right now. CAPS, still not really interested in it. Even backside, I'm not. But it is looking weaker now, that's for sure. So I'll just hang out, see if we find another play. But again, the goal is to practice patience. I don't know if I achieved that with NYSE, but I'm going to sit on my hands until I see something new. Look at this. Nice flush on CAPS. Now, I said I'm not going to play it, but it looks so. If it fails, so if this 5 minute candle closes, and it doesn't even have to close, but if it closes below the 200, then we get another strong push to like 110, it is going to be tempting because there's a good chance it's going to fail, especially that now that we've broken so cleanly VWAP and the 200. The problem is it might not even give that opportunity again because it looks like it's cooked now. And I didn't really want to average into this one because typically if it didn't blow through that 200, and again, this is how I just talk through my trades with you guys. Hopefully it's somewhat valuable. But when it blew through that 200 so cleanly, that was one of the main reasons I stopped out quick. If it didn't do that, I would have probably kept stabbing it a little bit. Um, a little bit higher, a little bit higher, because it has a decent float. Um, it's a very big move on it, but the thing that kind of was off-putting was how easily it busted through because it acknowledged it. So that's the first thing I look for is is like, does it acknowledge that level? On the 1 minute, I don't really know if it really did acknowledge it because look, it just kept going about the same. Hmm. But anyways, what I don't like is when they acknowledge it. Like you can tell the traders in the trade, the ticker acknowledged the play that there's a level there, and then it keeps going. It's basically saying screw that level, I don't care. I don't like that. But this one, I don't really even know if it acknowledged it. It just kept kind of pushing through it. But here's that setup I was talking about. So it didn't close below, but it's kind of tempting now. I might, since I already have locates, I might try it one more time here. Probably chasing a little bit, but 107, I'm in again. And I'm playing it small, but I do have some more shares. And in the meantime, but again, this doesn't feel like the one I want to add size to. So I haven't looked at the financial report, so I'm gonna just hang out with these thousands. So let's see. Gross margins expanded to 23%. Guidance calls for 72.1 of revenue, 18.7 million of gross profit, and a positive EBITDA running rate starting in Q2. And again, there's some of these traders that look for things like this whenever a company, for like longer term investing, is when a company actually flips to positive EBITDA or positive cash flow or things like this. So this headline might have some relevance, but again, let's see, their revenue increased 54%, their gross margins 13%, their profit 73%, EBITDA 322. That's actually not bad. I don't think that's that bad for a small cap, compared to some of these companies we see. I'm not saying it's game changing, but most of these companies we're shorting, I mean, they're just bleeding cash. So we get back to my entry, I'm just probably going to stop out because again, my edge is shorting trash, and that's decent growth. And the way Stock Titan gives it to me, I can't even see their debt and things like that. So I have to pull that up from the actual. Let me see if I can find it. Because again, they could have lost absolutely ton of money, which more than they previously they previously did, and that can offset some things. But as of right now, I'm just going to hang out with it. I don't really feel like digging in much more. So we get, let's say, back above like 110, I'll stop out. I think that was a great exit, T-Bone. I was too busy reading, but 95 was probably the 90 to 95 was probably the exit. Still in it, seeing what this 5 minute candle does. I want to wait for it to close. Man, I'm so tempted to hit it one more time right here. All right, I'm out. Might re-enter at retest of high. Yeah, like that's kind of what I. It's not. It's not complete trash, and I like trash. I want to see company losing money year over year. If we get to retest, I might play it. Full of trash too. Yeah, I might actually end up just moving on. Again, I just told myself, dude, you said you're gonna be patient. So you know what? This isn't the A plus setup. This isn't the A setup. This isn't the B setup. This is probably a C setup. So I'm probably gonna just not play it anymore. Still green on the day, but I took a little hit just then. Again, only 1,000 shares. And again, that's how I get away with kind of getting these little like, let me try this. And then like I said yesterday after hours, slamming that one with 6,000 shares and catching a big move on it. So is the way to go. But this one right here, I should talk about it. This one was far from smooth though, by the way. I got in too early and I was actually down a decent amount in after hours, but it just cracked so hard it worked out. But again, sizing based on conviction, not trying to just keep repeating myself, but I think sizing is so important. That's why I made a video about it recently. You can't size on your A setups the same as your C setups. It doesn't make sense. Nice, Tom. Yeah, just scouts, totally. With these scalps like this, only in 1,000 shares almost isn't worth it. I would need to add a 2, 3K shares, so I'm probably just gonna pass. But nice one. So let's see what else we find. Not the best morning. Green, but not by much. Probably barely over my locates and my fees. Their numbers are okay, but up almost 100. Yeah, no, totally. Totally. It still seems like an exaggerated move for sure. I just said I was going to practice patience though, so I'm going to try to focus on just better setups because again, a lot of y'all know I had a really nice streak, green streak in March, and then the last 2 days, so day before yesterday, I had my first red day in a while, which was only like 1,200 bucks, 1,100 bucks, and then yesterday after pre-market, I think I left red. So I would love not to have a red session today. Because then you just start getting in your head. I'm pretty good at this psychology trading game, but once you start having, consistent losses in a session over and over and over, and I'm live, and everybody likes to, tell you why that play didn't work after you enter it, even though it's how you trade every trade. Somebody will tell you the short interest was high on it. I should have known it. Or somebody would have said, the float was actually this. So it's one of those things. Um, just got to make sure to stay out of your head. Because, you can hit like 19 trades in a row, but the 20th one, if you miss it, like a lot of people come in and say, hey, it's because of this. The institutional ownership was 80%. And again, I don't, and I want y'all to like continue to give feedback and stuff, but it is sometimes hard not to like once you start having read sessions in a row, it's like not to overthink it. So I want to make sure today I don't. I would love to end the stream not read. So wait until 8 o'clock. This little choppy price action with CAPS. I would have to add some size to really make any money on these little 5, 10 cent moves. So I'm gonna just pass on it for now. Yeah, T-ball. I appreciate it. Yeah, T-Bone actually has Tom. He's has his own channel in our group, and man, it's been a luxury having him in the group. So he has his channel, and he keeps the chat going and the Discord grow or going as well. And he has a very similar style of trading. So it's really nice to see. Like sometimes whenever I think I'm being a little too I don't know. I'm like, I'm in a play, like, should I not be in this one? And then if I see T-Bone in it, I'm like, okay, this makes me feel better. So, and then, oh, yesterday, me and him both was heavy in MAMO too. Yeah. And for a second though, I'm like, man, am I a little too wild right here? And then I saw T-Bone was in it heavy too, and I was like, okay, that makes me feel better. And the reason why we were pretty, like, my conviction was high on this one is because this news got released 6 or 7 hours prior to this pump. So, again, not always, nothing in stocks is 100%. But if you see a delayed, not financial advice, but when I see a delayed PR release or a delayed reaction to a PR, that's usually a short for me, especially when they come to strong levels like this. And I got in again way too early. And I kept averaging up. And the reason why I had conviction to do that was because there was a level, what the pivot was, I can't remember where it was at, like 170 or something. Then we had the $2 level. Then we had the EMA. And again, that can be a dangerous game if you get it wrong. But the it worked out this time. And when the main reasons my conviction was high was because the news was kind of trash. It didn't really say much and also that delayed reaction. If it really was good news, it wouldn't have taken 6 or 7 hours for the market to digest it and pump it. So, and then I ended up getting holding some to 115, and it really paid off. Pumped the P&L up nice yesterday. CAPS leg down. And again, guys, this is not like a brag session or whatever, because I tell y'all about the trades I missed too, but more just try to teach y'all why I have higher conviction on certain plays and things like that. If a PR is, because believe me, I played this one poorly at times. My average was like, it was less than $2. I can't remember what it was. And I was heavy. So when we were up to 220, I was sweating a little bit. Um, if he is playing the same one, I feel better. Yes, same. It's a Tom Gage. Is Tom in it? All right. I feel a little better now. Was this a 4 a.m. pump today? Man, that was a strong pump. This is a textbook 4 a.m. pump play. Crazy move at 4 o'clock and then just dies with the rest of the pre-market session. Wow. NYSE still hanging out. Not interested. If it comes back to 6 this time, I'm not going to play it. It's hanging around too long above new highs, so it's kind of invalidated for me now. I don't really want to play it. CPS, same thing. I think you're right still, or Mr. What was your comment at? Why can't I find it? I thought you. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Mr. Primetime. Mike Curl back here, second attempt. Could be a good short. You're probably right, but I might pass on it just because, again, I would have to add decent size to catch. Because I just have a hard time thinking it's going to completely round trip, but it might. They do need cash. The company only has 2.5 months of cash left. That's so what kind of, but they don't have, their offering availability is low, so they don't really have any active S3s or anything. No active shelf or at the money. So I don't know. So I'm probably gonna pass on it. 8 o'clock is in 3 seconds. Let's see what kind of PRs we get. Forget how risky it is short and top gainer. It's risky short and top gainers and not having risk management. Yes, yes. And I was disappointed with X yesterday because it seemed like nobody did on Bird. Like not from just random traders, but even good traders. But I think Chris Verna is his name. I don't, again, y'all know I don't keep up with a lot of traders, but I've watched podcasts with him and he seems legit. But like, I think he lost almost 90K on that one. And his typical days are far from 90K. So it's just like, dude, how many days is it going to take you to make that up? And he's had a few red days in a row, I think, or small wins, because he is a good trader. But again, it's just like there had to be some type of revenge trading in there to get there because it didn't go like it wasn't like 1,000% or anything. So might have added size and it didn't go the right way, and that just did not seem like the one to add size to. WSHP. Yeah, I'm not interested in this one. This is a pricey ticker. It's a pretty strong move. Could come back to reality. DGNX. Okay, this one looks nice here at the dollar. Getting locates. China. Big float though. This doesn't look like 125 million float, but oh, this is a 1.5 billion AI acquisition. Sign a definite. No, I'm good. I'm passing. Hard pass. An all share deal at $1.32. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one alone. It stopped right at $1.32. Maybe a short close to this level is not bad, but that doesn't mean it's gonna stop at $1.32, and we're seeing it now. See, so I'm gonna pass. It's a pretty big. Again, I like trash. If we're making 1.5 billion definite deals, it's probably not the trash I'm looking for. And it's China, so it could be BS. But there was an 800% runner. Good to know, J Money. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this one alone. Did it steal attention from caps? It's looking like it wants to kind of break down here. BKY a round trip. BKY high. Missed that one. Wow. That was a nice one. Right to the 200 and fell. Well, it wasn't up that much, so yeah, I probably wouldn't even have played that. So again, talking about us things heating up, I'm probably gonna start looking for more like so in hot markets I usually wait for like 50% pops. In this long, slow market we had, I bumped it down to like 20%, but that was a nice round trip, but I probably wouldn't have played this one. It wouldn't have been up enough. I want to start seeing at least 30, 40%. Might even bump it back to 50 here soon. PTAK. But yeah, 132 is that price. I just drew a line for it, but again, it might flush here, but I'm gonna because it is a big float, and I know people that like to pump tickers and longs, momentum traders. You probably don't love massive floats, so maybe it doesn't hold up, but I'm gonna pass on it. Seems like a solid deal. If it would have been just a letter of intent or something like that, maybe, but since it's a definite deal, I'm probably gonna pass. It's dropping though. T-Bone, did you get in this one? Yeah, I think AI is hot again. AI names or AI deals. Sorry, DGNX. DGNX feels like fake news. Oh, look at this flush. Jeez, this was a miss. God, somebody else feels like it's fake news too. But all good. I mean, these acquisition definite agreements, I don't have a good reputation with, so it is what it is. But that was a nasty little flush, especially off that 132 level. Where did it end up going? About 148. But yeah, Trader. Apparently, some other people felt like it was fake news too. CPS ended up making that leg down. Attention got stolen from it. Look at this. This thing might round trip on a definite agreement for $1.5 billion. China is wild, bro. China tickers. Oh, okay. Got caught in a few of these Chinese multi-billion news. That was 170% pop. Something all right. Yeah, no, what? Something feels off. Because again, guys, I don't even feel bad about missing this one because again, acquisition on big deals that's definite, that says like a definite agreement. You gotta be careful with those if you're on the short side. But this is a very again, don't let outliers be your um, main examples. But maybe because it's Chinese is why it's doing this. But because I don't know how many definite agreement Chinese plays I've played, but normally these usually hold up pretty well. And even if they say the all share deal is at like $1.32, they'll push past that. It's not uncommon for them to push like past these levels, but this is pretty wild of a move. China never disappoints, so they always, if you want some entertainment, just watch Chinese plays all day. NYSE did get back to that $5 level. This feels like hot market stuff too, though, because when things like stop making sense and things start pumping hard on BS news, and you see these end of day pushes and things like that, um, it's and the season is kind of lining up that it should heat up a little bit. So, and again, does hot markets mean that we should flip long? No, it doesn't. There's a ton of fake outs and traps for longs as well. Like if you're long, just because it's a hot market doesn't mean you're going to immediately make money, but it just makes things a little bit more tricky and they don't give back as cleanly. It's better, for longs than a trash, weak, nothing sustains market for sure, but it's still far from easy money on the long side. WNW still fading. Oh my goodness, look at this squeeze. And this is again, did I expect this to happen? No, not necessarily this, but these higher amount tickers like 15 plus dollars, if they have a smaller float and they just start skipping numbers. What is the float on this one? Oh, and it's a nano? No way. Yeah, yeah. This is not surprising at all then. Yeah, so nanos are scary, but nanos at 15 to $20 plus range are super scary because they will just skip numbers. I'm not kidding. You'll be in it, it'll go from 22 to like 28 or 25 and look at this 1 minute candle. It went from 29 bucks to 37 bucks. And this 1 minute went from 34 to 42. DGNX coming back for more, but I'm not gonna mess with it. And then caps round trip. Oh no, but it's fading though. Look at NYSE. So I just like don't let. Again, this was a high risk one apparently, or a scary one. But so I just try not to get in like, well, I don't know. This one ended up giving back a decent amount. Again, kind of rough session for me. Green technically realized, but man, it's pre-market's been a little tough for me this week. Was easy money for a minute, but that's trading. That is trading. WSHP, let's see what it does if it tries to bounce off the 9 again. I'm not really interested, more just watching. Look at DGNX. This is a super natural looking chart, right? This looks normal. Nothing weird here. Somebody dumped some shares here. There's no question about it. Somebody had to dump some shares. Like insider institution, something, I don't know, but like these Chinese tickers, they're wild. 100% right, J Money. Because this one was scary for a second, especially when you said it. Again, that's why I try not to like let things get into my head too much because it's still the setups I like. It's the float I like. It's the news is yes, it's strong or it's a theme with what we're currently doing and stuff, but um I got bailed out in it and caught this big move because cap shot up and then now WSHP still in even more attention. So an hour ago, MYSE was on a lot of traders' minds, and now I think there are some other plays that people are watching. DGNX, CAPS, WSHP. And it kind of goes back to why I like the earlier pops, is because eventually people forget about them and you get these CAPS type moves. Um, but if WSHP is kind of breaking some, it was riding up the 1 minute 9. So if it starts fading back, money might rotate back to MYSE, especially since we're at VWAP. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some VWAP buyers. Or like you said, might create some backside plays. So if it breaks down here, AGAE, just hit a level I've drawn. I don't know what level that was previously. Yeah, it's not a bad little pop. No, I agree. It's worth keeping an eye on. Probably too slow to it now, but and again, going back to it might potentially be in a hot market. These backside plays. Oh, this was the play I traded yesterday. That went well intraday. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you brought this one up. So remember I said I only took 2 trades. This was one of them. It was a high a day retest, and I actually held it. I was proud of myself. Held it all the way to like 65 cents or something. Then played it again on the retest, and then held it. I don't know, to 50s, I think. And then VSA was the other play. But AGAE, I'm gonna pass on it for now. We make a this 200 one is 200 is always a strong resistance, and two, you can see that it bottomed out on it right here. So kind of once here, it did a bunch in pre-market, and then it came back intraday and it was a support again. So if it gets up to like the 265 cents, I think it's probably a decent short, but I'm not going to play it until then. NYSE, like some buyers showed up at VWAP, see if it sustains. Yeah, AGAE, I might play it if it pushed to 65, 66 cents. Grabbing some locates. Oh, somebody just hit it with it. I saw a big order hit the ask and it knocked it down a couple cents. Fran Shooter. All green on AskEdgar. What is AGAE? It is all green AskEdgar. I don't like that, but it doesn't disqualify it. But I don't like, yeah, I prefer it to be red. But thanks for letting me know, Fran. It's a very good point. I'm a technical trader first, so that's what's like number, and I probably don't talk about that enough, but yeah, technicals is kind of first to me. Well, news and technicals are probably first, and then the dilution profile is probably, third on the list. So float's more important to me, news and technicals, and then the dilution profile is somewhere behind it. Still important, but if other things I like more, I'll overlook if it's all green. No, I think you called that level actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the level. It was a high of one of those previous wicks, wasn't it? Yeah. It turned out to be a very strong level. And again, it goes back to what we were talking about, though, J money rotation. If no other plays would have showed up, that level might not have held up. But with other plays moving around the same time as that, it was a perfect recipe for it to reject. Because I remember, I think I said something up here. I was like, "What holds the nine or the level?" And it actually ended up being the level, but might be less of the level. I think and more of other plays started moving too. So but I do think it was a good call. That's where it rejected at. Oh, you're saying 650. I didn't even see that level. Let me see. Oh, because it did get up to 640. What was that 650? Anyways, 9 minutes till 8:30. I'm gonna just hang out. Let me know if y'all see anything. Again, another not so great morning for pre-market. That's all right. See if we get a redemption play here at 8:30. AGAE never got to that level, unfortunately. CAO. OCPS. Do you feel like this is typical when the market starts heating up again? Yeah, and again, like I try to be honest with y'all. Whenever I could easily say, hey, I kill it in hot markets, but I've said it. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, I say I don't do as well in hot markets. Some people do. And last year, some people in my group absolutely killed it, like just like crazy returns. And like, I'm not talking about just a little bit better, like just crazy returns. But I don't do as well in hot markets, especially as the market starts changing. Because, see, I get used to a soft market. I get into a lot of things. Um, you know, I bank on logic making sense a lot. You know what I mean? So then when things start heating up, you start seeing stronger pumps, fluff news push harder than it should. You see levels not hold up. So and the market starts getting weird like this, where it's just like some things make sense, some things don't make sense. So I think it's pretty typical, with it potentially heating up here soon. Stock market breaking new highs and or at least SPY and things like that is probably going to trigger too. And like I said, PDT and just this time of the year, it starts heating up traditionally. So, and then that's where I start waiting for bigger moves, waiting for even stronger levels, playing backside more. But I'm not confident we're there yet, but I'm seeing signs that things might start heating up though. But the key, and it's not all doom and gloom. Like the key that I discovered last year, because last summer was one of the more hot markets I've seen in many, many years. Summer is just pretty dang hot. I finally found my edge just not focusing on the top gainers. And Tom talked about this on our monthly call here recently. Um, is like, the bird yesterday, that's the play everybody's watching. That's the play everybody would love. Beautiful flush here. Would love to be the hero on. And this is a good example right here behind the behind the scenes plays like this. That's not on the top gainer list. So, it's fun to be the hero, time the top on bird, catch a nasty flush on it, but the edge is not there. That's not the edge in short selling. That's actually quite the opposite. That's where short sellers blow up. It's the number 4 top gainer, number 5 top gainer, number 6 top gainer, the ones that's like sympathy plays or maybe just pops, but it's not getting as much volume. So that's how I ended up figuring it out last year. It's just focusing less on the ones that's getting all the money rotation and playing a little more backside action, letting it confirm. Use a TTP account and go small long might be worth the risk if it gets hot for longs. Everybody always want me to be buy. Oh. Nah, I probably will take some longs, but again, we've been talking about longs too much even in the Discord. It's like we're short sellers here. And I probably did that because I take longs sometimes, but I'll take some, but I'm still looking for my shorts. It's just so much more consistent for me. But yeah, I'll take some longs for the right plays. Exactly. So kind of looking for something up really only like 40 to 50% because the news didn't hit like they thought. That's a good way to put it. Yep. And then again, just got to get more strict. Then talking about what Fran brought up again, all green on AskEdgar. So dilution profiles mean more too. Like, do they have offerings? Are they a trash company? If you know, are they going to try to? Because I think that's what happened where ROLR. You know, remember that one from a few days ago? So they had an active S3, and this one was the top gainer, so it's actually not a good example, but see how it had an active, like there's no doubt in my mind they were dumping on this move right here, and that's probably why it didn't sustain. So looking for things like that also helps too, their dilution profile, but oh, AGAE, I like this level, guys. I might extend up trading this one, especially it's lining up with 830. I might go ahead and start. I'm gonna add some size to this one, so I might actually start getting an entry. So I'm in 63 cents, 63.3. NYSE looking for high a day. So my next stab is going to be 64. My next stab is going to be 65, then 66, and probably ride it all the way up to 68. And then 1,000 shares on the way up. Okay, my 64 filled, 65 filled, 66 filled. I didn't get a 67, but my 68 filled. Look at this. And I'm about to slam it here at 70 or 69. So I added 2x size at 69. I wasn't expecting it to do this, or I wouldn't have started at 63, but let's see what it does. So added 2x at 69. Trimming some of my size down since I added a little bit more than I wanted to here at, I'm slightly green on it now, just to get my size down a little bit. And let's see if it fails. Yeah, that was a strong push at the 200. So back to only 4,000 shares. And if it gets back up to 70, I'm going to slam it in. Here we go. So some of those shares I covered, I'm going to add right here. Look at this thing. If this thing breaks 70, ONFO, I want to pull that up too. They might try to test the SMA. Good. It just dropped back below 70. But anyways, now I'm back to 6,000 shares. Trimming here. Got my average back down, but now my average is nice. Almost 60, well, 67.4. So let's see if we flush now. Back to 4K shares. Got in a little early. I typically do that. But let's see if we, okay, now it's, I gotta pull up ONFO. I'm hearing an alert twice on it. Watching my AGAE in the background. 3.6 million float, 3.9 million market cap, secures 100 million equity facility to accelerate acquisition strategy. I don't know, I'm gonna pass for now. It is a little extended, it's tempting. Maybe see where it's wicked up here a few times in this like 140 to 150 range. If it gets up there, I'll play it. But again, I'm gonna try to be a little patient with some of these. So get up to like 140, I might take a stab on it. but I'm gonna wait. Somewhere in a dark room, a room of Rossinites just passed out after hearing you speak out against long. What did I say? I didn't say anything about longs, did I? Maybe I did. ONFO has a $2 price target in the POR. Good. Thanks for the heads up, Caden. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to get there, but it is relevant. What would they have the price target for? Is this a equity facility agreement? For the portion allocated to existing digital asset reserve. Oh, got it, got it. So let's see. 150, I'll take a stab at it. I might. Maybe I should have got in at that dang 140 level, like I said. Crap. Got spooked by that freaking $2 thing. Dang, 140, I should have got an entry. Geez. At least AGAE's flushing here. So still in 4,000 shares here. Oh my gosh, this one hurts. I should have stuck with playing 140. That's all right though. Um, that was a nice flush. Because even if it gets back, I would have trimmed way out right then. Hmm. I'm annoyed. That's all right. And of course, AGAE bounces back up too. Yeah, ONFO, nasty flush off 140. Uh, was waiting for 150, so barely missed it. It's kind of been how my pre-market sessions have been lately, though, so not surprised the last couple days. In the money a few cents with AGAE, but I might end up holding this one, guys, because we're kind of on the backside of it. I did well holding this one yesterday. The level looks like it's probably going to end up holding up. So there's a good chance it gets back to like this 40 cent range. So I'll probably hold it the rest of the session. I don't really plan on getting out here at VWAP, to be honest. Maybe it'd be the smart thing to do. Well, maybe I'll trim some. Okay, we're at 61. I'll trim a couple thousand shares. Okay, so I did. So I'm gonna write out these last couple thousand, um, and just see if it like just keeps fading away, or at least to the 200s on the 1 minute, which are at like what, 48, 46 cents. What are the 200s on the 5 minute? They're at 54. So might take it actually in this area, but I'm gonna hold these runners. Jeez, good play, Tom. I know you got in backside on this one. This thing is still dropping. Birds pumping. But yeah, one of those mornings, because see, AGAE, of course, I started scaling a little early on this one, and then of course it pushes way above it. Then ONFO, I'm trying to be patient and don't get in early, and then it fells short. So that's kind of trading in a nutshell, though. So, but I'm green, so can't complain too much. And AGA has dropped under 60 cents. So, going to hold these last couple runners. At least this play. My average is 67 and a half roughly. So I'm up about 10 cents on these couple, or about 8 cents on these couple thousand shares, but already closed 2000 at 61. So it actually turned out to be a decent play, but um, still didn't hit any home runs or even really decent base hits today outside of this one. NYSE ended up making decent on the flush, but I had to get stopped out a couple times before it. So, oh, AGAE is getting liquidated now. ONFOs push him. Kind of butthurt about it though, so I don't even know if I'm gonna play it now. Does look like it's could fail VWAP here. See what it does. All right, I'll take a stab here. Might. I'm not in yet. I don't like that this candle is higher than the last candle, so I'm actually going to hold off for now. Let me get to the 5 minutes, see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Instead of a VWAP fail, it looks more like it's going to try to push. All right, I just got a starter, 127. Not the best entry, but I think it wanted to do a little retest here. So if we get back over 138, I'm just going to add to it. Then if we break 150, then I'm going to add at 150 as well. And then if we break 150 and hold, I'm going to just get out. All right, I covered. I'm out. I'm just going to take a scalp on it. It might break down, but we're getting to after 8:30. This is usually when I wrap up. Didn't make much on it, only 1,000 shares, so just. And I'm still in a couple thousand of AGAE, and I'm just going to let these just kind of fade away. Yeah, but if it breaks this 140, 150 level, it gets there easy. Okay, when we talk, oh, the 190 level, got it. Just called a nasty drop on CDT. What did it do? Man, that was a nasty drop. I didn't catch any nasty drops today, but green, um, last couple plays helped some, but nothing too impressive. So again, the pre-market kind of weak streak continues. At least I'm not red, I guess. So I'll take it. But that just seems like I know that's what you're supposed to say, but still, it seems like a low expectation. So I would like to do a little more than that. So on that note though, I will wrap up today's session. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. So I won't be here tomorrow. It'll be exclusively in the Discord if you want to join. Links in the description. I will trade there and we'll have an after hour session today and tomorrow, I'm sure. Um, and we will go from there. So see y'all then and thanks for hanging out.